Giving Stellar Moon. Ooh.
Maintain, I stay the same and maintain it. Safe to say the kid getting older. Forever gang, I'm never switching over. Made a lane and niggas can't get over. I can't mess with rap.
What is going on, my boo? It is your girl STACIEWO. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Today, honey, we are going to be busting it up, cleaning some makeup. I actually have a shoot that I have to do, so I wanted to jump on here and do a little Stellar Moon vibe because that is the vibe of the shoot. Okay, so we are going to be jumping into it. I know my buns is a little lopsided. Don't be talking no smack. As you can see, I don't have nothing on my face, so I wanted to do something real natural, real chill. But what's been going on, boo? What you been up to? Child, it's been so crazy this past week with the holiday, Black Friday. I am tired, but I feel like, whew, I got a lot of stuff done. Like, I got the holiday out the way. I actually cooked everything for the holiday. Child, yes, I cooked everything. Greens, beans, tomatoes, lamb, ham, hog, mossy. I cooked everything, okay? This Thanksgiving. Because my husband or whatever, he be trying to play cook or whatever sometimes. So I told him, I said, you was not gonna be playing cook. I'm going to be doing everything today. Like, you gonna sit, you gonna relax or whatever like that. I'm gonna cook everything. Now, he did help me like make the fillings for my pies or whatever. But child, he was definitely trying to do everything. And I was like, no, okay? I'm kind of doing my eyebrows like a samurai brow. And I kind of don't want to move my edges. I'm trying so hard to do my makeup around these edges, child. Okay? But let me do these eyebrows real quick. Giving like a little samurai brow. You think? Just a little light, a little something. But yes, I cooked everything. I cooked the jerk turkey, yams, macaroni and cheese, greens, and cabbage mixed. I cooked that mix. I made an apple bread, but it flopped. Oh my God, y'all, it was a hot mess. But I did make my cranberry bomb, and they're like biscuits with the cranberry inside. You gotta like cranberry sauce to like my little biscuits that I make. And what else I made? I made some sweet potato cookies with the marshmallow cream. Like, I did little desserts. Like, I really showed out. No, but for real, like, I really showed out. I was the hood Betty Crocker on them this year. You dig? He said, baby, that food's so good. I said, I know, baby. Like, no, I play too much. But you know, my husband can really cook. Like, no shade, like, my husband can cook. And I was like, no, I don't want you doing a turkey this year. I don't want you actually doing nothing. Like, I don't want to just do the side. No, I want to do everything. Okay, so that was just the vibe this year. I had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I know for a fact when I cooked though, I was so tired. I couldn't even eat the food until like later. I didn't even want to smell food, but I enjoyed myself. Like, we had so much fun. This year, for some reason, I just been really keeping myself busy, like trying to keep myself as busy as possible. I just felt like I needed to be busy. I couldn't sit still because holidays is still really hard for me. You feel what I'm saying? Especially like losing my mom. You know, I really don't be feeling the holidays like that, but I be having to feel the holidays because I have to continue to be positive for my children and for my husband. But child, if it was up to me, I would be asleep the entire holiday. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. When we lose people that we love and stuff like that, like, holidays can be really hard. So for any of my boos, if it was like tough for you, I definitely understand because it was tough for me. And it was so crazy because I actually was on Instagram and I seen Monica. She had actually had like a little live or something, and she was just talking about like people with holidays and grief, and you know, holidays is real hard. You know, we be going through a lot and things of that nature. And I've been actually just working more, and I think that's what's helping me more. The more I work, I mean, not helping me more, but helping me, you know, heal, is I just try to stay busy, try to do everything that the Lord wants me to do, because we are on this earth for Him, not for ourselves. It's so crazy. I was just telling somebody, like, yo, it's so crazy that we be so trying to control everything in our lives, and we just don't understand that we have no control. Like, we have free will, will, but we don't have control. You feel what I'm saying? Because even with your will is what God wants to happen for you in whatever path that you take. That's the path. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying though? All right, so like for instance, like I'm gonna just say this. Like when I was a kid, what I'm doing now, I always wanted to do. Far as like modeling, you know, having a business with clothes and stuff like that. Like this is something that I've always dreamed of doing. Now makeup, this was something that God put on me for as makeup. Oh, by the way, speaking of makeup, I am using the Carnival palette. I ain't say nothing, but y'all already know that I love the Carnival palette by Stacey Marie, the Antidote one. I'm actually using Antidote, that green. I'm using that. I'm sorry, I'm just talking, busting it up, doing too much. So I've always wanted to do this. But you know, my mom, you know, when I was younger, she was like, she wanted me to be a nurse and all that stuff. Clover, this is what I'm jumping in. I'm jumping into that. But to be honest, it just made me more in debt because it wasn't what I wanted to do and I didn't really focus at it. It put me in a path of debt. You dig what I'm saying? Because now I'm in debt when I could have just been doing this from the drive because this is what God wanted me to do anyway. Even though everything happens for a reason, even though we may not know which way to go, as long as we follow his way and we still moving, he's still gonna move you into that way on purpose. Like I feel like God still pushed me where I belong, whether I wanted to do this or not. But it's like at the end of the day, not to like drag this out so crazy, but I just feel like we do have free will, but at the same time, whatever choice you make, that is definitely the path that you're going to go. And that path is the path that only he can judge. Can't nobody stop your path. Only you can rearrange your path, but can't nobody stop it. So, you know, always know, even when you may feel like, well, I'm not where I want to be, you're right exactly where God needs you to be. Okay, I want to take this yellow, this right here. I want to just rub that on the outside just to give that a nice blend. I'm gonna also put this around in my crease. But yeah, the holidays was good. Black Friday was good. Me and my husband, we did a 50% off, real big sale. We don't even usually do 50% off, but we did a 50% off sale. Thank you to everybody who shopped. You know, I really worked really hard, me and my husband. I felt very much loved on Black Friday. Shout out to all my boo they purchased. I want to jump into this blue. It's called the D, and this the Lagoon. I'm gonna like mix, I don't know, but sometimes I mix eyeshadows and then put them in or whatever. Take that and bring it like right here. Kind of want to mix that blue with that green, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna jump into this pink lily, and I'm just gonna dust that right over top. I love mixing colors. Let's jump into Lotta Latte. I'll put this all over my lid. God is just so good. He's just so good. And with everything that I got going on, I just trust him, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta trust him. But yes, this eye's coming out, ooh, giving like, okay. I'm about to line up my eyes with this P. Louise. This is in the color Ecstasy. We're gonna jump in the soft spot, just to give it a little highlight on the eye. Just like that. Nothing serious. We're not doing nothing real serious. But this gold right here, this fortune, I'm trying to get some. I'm gonna need some more fortune. So we're gonna put some fortune on the brow. Might come when you least expect. You dig? Yeah. So we're gonna slam fortune. We're gonna be jumping into the Hello Hydration face cream. Laying this all good on the face real quick. Giving it soft, smooth type of feel. I really like my hair and how my hair came out. This is my first time with these type of edges, child. I'm not really an edges person. Yeah, I don't do edges. We're gonna jump into the Morphe. This is the Equalizer Primer, but I don't really be liking edges, but I just did it because, to be quite honest, I don't really like baby hairs and stuff like that. That's not like what I do. But you know, Moon, you know, baby hairs. And I kind of been laying my primer like that so it can kind of get even. But yeah, we're gonna jump into this Huda Beauty. This is in the Peanut Butter Cup, and I just take this and just put this around my mouth. Just like that. And I might put a little bit on my nose, but I only use that for that, okay? And then we're gonna jump into the LYS. This is in the DPG one. Take one squirt, maybe a squirt and a half, because I kind of want a little bit of full coverage. I'm gonna just put this all over my face. I'm kind of like beat that in. But yes, child, this week was crazy. Do you hear me? Like, I don't even think I slept for like 2 days. Like, child, Black Friday tore me up, okay? I'm about to jump into some P. Louise. This is the Rumor 6 base. I'm just gonna touch up my under eyes real quick. Just giving, like, you know, cover my circles and just clean it up real good, just like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need too much. You don't never need too much. You know what I mean? We're gonna jump into this Pat McGrath too. This is actually in the M20. We're gonna take a little bit of the Pat McGrath. I think it was Style Rush that I seen this. She was kind of like tapping the product under her eye. Like she was just tapping it like this. She wasn't really like swiping. She was just doing like a tapping motion. And I was like, ooh, I'ma try that. I'ma try that, girl. Yeah, okay, that's how you do. Okay. Tap that like right under the eye. Cause let me tell you one thing about me, if I don't have to have a lot of makeup on, child, I will not, okay? I would definitely not. I'm not gonna even force it. You feel what I'm saying? Well, my battery about to die. That's okay. We gotta come back. It died, but we gonna try to get as much as we can on here. Okay. I've been noticing less is so much more, especially since I'm a layered type of person with makeup. I'm gonna jump into the NARS. This is in Walnut. As you can see, I'm like barely putting any. Cause also I noticed that it's not really good to put a lot of concealer under my eyes because my eyes crease. Like I could be heavy here, but being real heavy on under your eye, it's not really good. It kind of like makes your eyes crease even more. So I've been trying to put less right directly under my eye and just put more like down at the bottom. From me doing that, I've been getting like a better blend too. And then look at that. Okay, stop playing with her. All right, now we're gonna jump into some highlight because you know I like to look bright. So I'm gonna take the NARS. This is the Biscuit. And bad enough, I put 3 layers anyway, so it's like, it's no reason for me to put a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? Because I do 3 concealers anyway, so, you know what I'm saying? All right, so now we want to jump into some Beauty Bakery, and this is actually in the color Caramel. I do like to look a little like a baby doll, so you are going to get that baby doll vibe. All right, so now I'm about to jump into some contour, and y'all already know we jumping into the Fenty Beauty in the color Chocolate. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Riri. I'm gonna jump into the Cocoa Naughty and just touch up these cheeks. Ooh, you know, like, stop playing with her, okay? I'm gonna take a brown eyeshadow and I'm just going to do my nose. I don't need no real hard contour in the nose. Something real light, you feel what I'm saying? All right, let me jump real quick into my under eye. It's giving cute though, right? Who she thinks she is? Pressure, or checker, nobody. I'm gonna do some mascara at the bottom of my lashes too. All right, my boo, so we are back. I had to get dressed really quick. So we're gonna be jumping into lip. And for lip, y'all already know I'm jumping into the Morphe Trendsetter, honey. It's my favorite lip. And this will always be my favorite because, I mean, it just does what it do, you know? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, period. Next, we're gonna jump into my Clean Kisses by Crayon Cave. Y'all know I be liking this because I don't feel like always putting a lipstick on. Sometimes I just want a gloss. And that's what it always do, and it always give. Ooh, also, baby, I need to put some highlight on. We're going to be jumping into the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. And it's always good to set your face before you put your highlight on. And we're going to be using the Hot Girl Kisses. Y'all know this is my fave. And I'm going to mix this one and this one. I tap on both. And look at this. Look how they do. Ooh, yeah. They know I loves me better. Loves me better. Yes, girl. That's how this make you feel. And you don't need a lot. We all know that the Mocha Mommy was made for me, so we're gonna be jumping into it. By Fenty Beauty. And I do one more final setting spray. This is the Stay All Night by e.l.f. And the reason why I do this, because let me tell you something, this joint locks your makeup in all the time, okay? And I be sweating and doing all that when I work. Yes. And this is the final look, my boo. Giving Sailor Moon. Ooh. But yes, boo, this is the final look. I hope you guys are feeling this look. If you are, do not forget to smash that like button and also leave me a comment down below, my boo. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do not forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell button because you do not want to miss my upcoming videos, okay? I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching me and watching me grow. Don't forget to keep God first, and I will see you, boo, in my next video. Mwah. Peace.
See them triple little nigga, best watch your stuff. This top shop, got 40 designer belts. OPF, pull up the new BM up. They gon' jump, got clothes in my right and left. Say you crack up the car, ain't no key in there. Just put us in they pockets, get out of there. They gon' have a hard time finding what to wear. Treat the hoe like a tire, I keep it spell.